Hello everybody, Reggie Time here with episode 9 I think of Tankroll to Bankroll, and we're back on the Unibet tables today, and we'll explain why in a moment when we actually get a slight lull in proceedings. I'll just jump straight into it. I wasn't planning on recording, but we have a grade A nutter here in WUM, so I thought why not, we might capture some madness on celluloid or whatever the virtual celluloid is. Yeah, whatever, let's go. And take a fold. If we get called, we'll hope our red one's alive. Nope. Bit of a nit roll there, but whatever. So yeah, we've got off to a rough start for this session. We've lost aces all in pre-flop for €9 to this guy. Then we lost nines all in pre-flop for €16 versus his ace 5, and when we've just lost whatever there. So it's been a pretty shit start to the session, but the game seems good, so whatever. Don't like semi-bluffing on paired boards too much. I like to raise my draws, but you just don't rep very much on paired boards, do you? I guess anyone who's got the thinking cap on. So yeah, anyway, why Unibet today instead of PokerStars, where like the last 4 videos have come from? Boredom more than anything else. I did okay on PokerStars. I think I made close to $200 in a week, something like that, which is pretty good, especially when my volume wasn't super high. As we just see him dump a load onto him, which is disappointing. This poker night's 3-bet me about 1 million times, so ace jack's going to be good enough to get in for 50 bigs against him. King deuce. Where's the deuce? That pretty much sums up the session to date. I don't really know what to say or do other than just keep plodding on. I think I deposited £250 onto here, which was €293. So what's that, 245? Yeah, it was stuck €50 nearly already, which isn't the best of starts to a video. I know some of it was before the video started, but nevertheless, still think it's a fine site, it's a fine place to play. Yeah, it's just boredom. As speed poker, it always bores me anyway. I get bored of it really quickly. The games aren't that great, they're boring. Yeah, I ran really well. I think I ran at like 20 big blinds, 100 over a small sample size, but just couldn't be asked to play. I mean, I logged in last night and spent more time playing a $5 tournament than did the cash games, because to be frank, they just don't interest me. Speed poker, particularly like PokerStars, but all speed poker really. I mean, I don't play 888 anymore. I haven't played there for quite a while. Party poker, William Hill, just speed poker bores me. It's not my thing. And I know you guys like the PokerStars videos more than these, but this is just a hobby to me, the making the videos. It's not. I'm not going to play in games that I don't like just to get an extra 50 views in a video or an extra 2 or 3 thumbs up. So yeah, we're probably going to be sticking with Unibet. I've kept some money on PokerStars, kind of split the Tankroll thing over 2 sites, but chances are I'll just not play on PokerStars. Maybe just use what I've got left in there for tournaments and dicking around in, because I don't see myself being a Zoom grinder ever, just because of how dull it is. It was just like I played 4 sessions in a row, barely any fish whatsoever, just a bunch of like nitty to semi-tag regulars, and it was just fucking dull. So yeah, it's super unlikely there's going to be any more Zoom videos in the near future. I may just put the rest of the money across to here and continue the Tankroll challenge on here, or we may just continue the Tankroll challenge from the 293 euros that I deposited onto here tonight. Who knows? Wow, this fucking guy is insane. I mean, we can probably just jam ace3 for value. I mean, look, he got it in with king 2 last time. I'm not going to jam it, but it's just like constantly 3-betting. Maybe I should start min raising or something. I'm not entirely sure. Games seem really good tonight, and just running like the fat kid on sports day. If games like this all the time, I'd never leave my sofa. We got Wum over here who's a certified nutter. We got, oh, he's gone now. Whatever he was called, he was like a certified nutter. People just making like badly sized 3-bets. It's looking good. It's looking like we might have some fun. Sure, I get in 3-bet a lot. That's definitely what's happening. Hope Jack Sparrow doesn't bet here, so I can. He does, in line with the rest of the video so far. Anything that could go against what I'm wanting to happen is happening. Pretty brutal start to a video, pretty brutal start to a session. I mean, I've only been playing like 5 or 10 minutes before starting recording, and it's been brutal. On a normal bankroll, it's whatever. When you're on the Tankroll, it's much more annoying. Oh, now Wum's gone too, so the chances of getting out of this session unstuck have took a significant turn for the worse, given that the 2 guys that we've kind of lost all our chips to have now just run away with them. This might not be the longest video anyway, because it's 1:20 in the morning UK time. There's not many people playing, and it looks like the live ones have disappeared for the night, so it might not be the longest video, but who knows. I'm certainly not one of these guys that just plays till they get unstuck. If I think games have gone for the worst, then I just stop playing. If the guy who was here, Joker Knight, or whatever it's called, and Wum, was still playing 2 hours later, I'd still be playing 2 hours later, because I don't leave good games. Stuck or unstuck, I don't leave good games. But when games turn bad, or when I don't think there's like much to be fought for, then I usually just switch off and find something else to do and wait for a better day, wait for a better spot. Today might be one of those days. Let's see exactly how much damage has been done. It's quite a lot. Yeah, 60, just under 60 euros. 2 buy-ins in probably 15 minutes, which is quite a lot when you're tank rolling. We don't have to move down anywhere near think about moving down yet. We're still plenty enough clear of that, but if we were to lose 2 more buy-ins, we'd have to then just move the PokerStars money over. But it would definitely represent like quite a setback from where we were. And at one point we peaked over $500 on PokerStars, didn't we? So it would be quite the setback. Super dry board. I'm just going to float here with the intention of attacking weakness on later streets or hitting a 9, 10, jack, queen, king or ace when he just literally pots the turn as well. There's not much we can do. I think if we have to drop down to 10-0 again, I'd be pretty much horrified because I can't spend too much time on these types of challenges because it just hurts my hourly. Much as I like doing them and it's a nice thing for the channel, dropping down to 10-0 and grinding it back up again when I actually rely on poker for part of my income stream, it might be something I can afford to do for like a week before I get back to my normal games. But whether I drop down again, I'm not sure. Maybe I'd just say, you know what, let's just put my bankroll back in place and file a challenge under interesting but unachieved. Who knows? Hopefully it won't come to that. Pretty big C bet. Lots of draws I've missed here, haven't they? Then we'll go with a check call with our king 10. Just checks back the ace 8, which wasn't one of the draws that I thought he might have had. He was just drawing to the ace high. More hope than belief the 4 was going to win there, but he did. Three betting the jack 9 as a semi bluff on table 1. And we're going to hope the 9 wins. Hopefully he has a hand like ace jack, ace 10, pocket 8s, that type of thing. He did have that type of thing, but it was pocket 10s. Pretty big bet. Limped pot, check, check, flop, back turn. Would have sucked if he had 2 8s there, wouldn't it? Kind of worried that what if he's like betting with something that's like still better than 7s but not an ace, but I don't know. Maybe that call was slightly spewy given the size that he made it, but I don't know. I don't know in a nutshell. It's starting to speed up. I don't need playing 3 and 4 handed all over the place. Trying to find a table to leave. Don't really want to leave table 2. I'll try and stick with it for now, just with less communication. Oh, we would have flopped the absolute world, but I mean, of course, Jack 10 suited's got to be a fold there, but just one of those nights, I guess, where the hands we play don't win, and the hands that we don't play were the ones we should have played. We'll have those nights time and again. It's important not to get result orientated at that. So limp button, we isolate small blind. He 3-bets pretty fucking big from the big blind, so I guess we're just going to fold. What is it with these absolutely fucking enormous 3-bets? I don't mind so much. If I'm going to get 3-bet, I'd rather it was fucking huge. But, oh, huge or tiny. Could semi-bluff here, but whether he's the guy to try it against, I don't know. I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh, wow. And the second nuts, we've just been check raised on the river. I mean, I think we have to be beaten most of the time, but we have, like, what, the second nuts? That's probably why we can't fold. Really not sure why he bluffed there, and I don't like the hand he's chose to do it with, but you know what, there's other days I might have folded there. As nitty as that sounds, maybe if I wasn't as unhinged as I am now, and I'm not particularly unhinged, but there's certainly days there where I would have maybe given more thought to folding. A bit of a check raise, just not often bluffs in these games. Yeah, there's less said about that the better, I think. Call here, and then if he squeezes, maybe get creative, given how he's been a little bit 3-bet. I mean, not mega, but a little bit. He didn't accommodate us. I don't think I really 3-bet king queen suited too much anyway. It's not a hand I frequently 3-bet with. Guess we have to defend the king queen versus a 3-bet on table 2. Don't have to defend it versus an enormous c-bet though. Not going to be folding on this board to a c-bet with the backdoor flush draw, 2 overs, etc. Probably not going to fold on this turn card either. That's like the only river I didn't particularly want to see. Try to tell me he's got ace king, isn't he? Which he might well have. He doesn't have ace king. I think he has pretty much a lot of nothing. Just triple. Well, I was planning on tripling there, hoping that he had a lot of like pair plus flush or pair plus straight draw, that type of thing that we could maybe make him fold for 3 streets. Maybe it's a bit ambitious, but when we got 2 overs and the nut shot, and it's a super wet board, I think it's not the worst spot to just say, you know what, we're going to triple barrel with ace king here rather than play it passively. It sucks when you get check raised on the turn, but it's pretty easy fold nevertheless. I think table 2 needs to go, doesn't it? It's not looking great. So what we do is we quickly fire up another table. And then sit out or leave next big blind at this table and then bring this one in. There'll be a bit of a switch around on where everything's currently positioned, but I'm sure it's not beyond you guys to figure it out. Seems like a cool spot to think about going for a cold 4-bet here, but yeah, let's do it. Oh dear, I've got that global sit out thing, it's gone away now. It's okay. And we've got 2 callers with the cold 4-bet, which is somewhat unexpected. And now we have a full house, so which... Oh bollocks, did he not even do it? Why is it not letting me do anything? Is my card's gone? What the fuck is going on here? It sat me out before I could do it. Never mind. Bollocks. It's a little bit infuriating. I'm not even realising that I hadn't done it, but kind of in line with the session. It's been a little bit weird. It's all been a little bit bonkers. But fun in a kind of perverse kind of way. That's the challenges. Bluff a bit, and something we have no control over. Called there on the turn because our spades could be live, our overcards could be live, and he could just still be bluffing. We might still have the best hand. So I'm just going to check back and hope we have the best hand. We do. Fold. I guess it's going to bet pretty big here, and we'll be fold to jack or something. He's not going to fold what was the nuts, is he? So he's been like donk leading, and all of a sudden he wakes up with the nuts and plays it super passively. That's interesting. He's been like leading out quite often. Let's gamble. It looks like he's just playing like a nit who just wants to add the 3-bet or not play pots, which is fine. We start min raising buttons now. So I'm trying to do really is isolate the guy who he thinks a bad player. So we don't need to make it as big. Do I want to turn my 4 into, not a bluff here, but kind of a bluff? Not like backdoor flush. We've got 2 paired outs if we are behind to an ace. I guess we can give it a go. Disappoint us by calling. But he called quite quickly, which means he probably just has 1 pair. No, I'm not into trying to bluff people off top pair. Not into it. I was thinking of going for it, but the turn was a spade. I might have just gone for it. Wow, he's caught with the gut shot and binked it on the river. Not in love with the Queen of Hearts on table 4. Not going to squeeze the ace deuce because the original razor isn't fully stacked, so I don't expect to get a bunch of folds from a min raiser who doesn't play a full stack. And you kind of want quite a lot of folds when you 3-betting the ace deuce. If he had more money, it would be easy. I think it's an easy call anyway, isn't it? But it's less enticing because he doesn't have as much money. Guess we're going to call the flop and reevaluate on the turn. If he pots it, it's going to be grim. Not even that, please. It is really that size. It just sets him up to shove the turn, doesn't it? I guess we have to call because we have like 3-2 a flush, 3-2 a straight, etc. If he bombs his turn, we're just going to let it go. He jams. Let's see very much that we beat. But apart from like just a spewing ace king or something like that. Been a pretty aggro session, hasn't it? In terms of our opponents, way more aggro than I was seeing in Stars, in like a different way. Stars is kind of more aggro, but they're better. They're aggressive in a better way. Here, they just like seems like they're aggro for the sake of being aggro a lot of the time. I'm gonna go for a small check raise here with my backdoor equity. Disappointed by calling. We do pick up a good shot. I mean, you got to assume if he just got like an 8 or a 9, or even on like pocket 10s, at some point he's just going to have to fold it, aren't we? Like 10 jack, get to the river this way. We beat 10 jack, but I don't want to just check against it. 9 jack, 9, 10. I'm just going to go for it. And if he heroes me with one pair, then he heroes me with one pair. Phew. Phew, 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 phew. pretty dry flop, so I'm going to c-bet versus a regular. I wouldn't c-bet this hand versus a fish. Guess we can just go for a small raise on the river there. But I will c-bet against a regular on what's a pretty dry board. I just think regular's going to fold more. Fortunately, we didn't make a flush on table 2. Because that would have been sad. It would have cost me all of my chips. Instead, we made the good card. There's lots of bad cards we could have hit, but we hit a good one instead. And he's our friend again, it's just like goes in the missing list. I forgot to min raise and just does some silly 3-bets. Well, not silly, but just like wants to 3-bet a bunch. Probably doing lots and lots of things right. He's probably a good player. Just boring. Boring. It's like, I'm going to 3-bet the small blind a lot. Yeah, good for you. Check raise my gut shot here. Backdoor flush potential. Again, he disappoints us by calling. And we don't get a very good card for barreling on, so I think we'll just give up at this point. Check call with that gut shot. Weak backdoor flush draw on table 3. Wow, that is a monstrous call 4-bet. We might be folding the best hand with the ace jack, but not really an awful lot I can do about it. Top set on table 1, which is not unpleasant. Not barreling this card. It's not a great card to barrel at all. I'm going to hope to bink a pair or a 10 on the river. We do not. With this chap not being a reloader, there being tons of draws out there, we're going to keep our bets on the big size here. Wow. If I was thinking of a potentially worse river than the 8 of diamonds, I think only the King of diamonds would have beat it as like worst cards we could see. We just have to check fold this river unless he bets really small. It's very frustrating. Well, that is like second, either the worst or second worst card in the deck. do not particularly like this board texture for a 3-bet pot. Might idea what his check raising ranges is, the pre-flop raiser, but folding top pair to this guy in particular seems like not a good idea. I kind of don't think I can get called by worse here with this King Jack beats us, King Queen beats us. I don't think we get called by worse. I think the best we can do is check and let him bluff sometimes. But he just has the queens. Kind of a shit spot there. You have to just stack off, but if he's a regular, it's going to be like really hard to have the best hand there when all the money goes in on the river. Yeah, it's been a shit session basically, hasn't it? It's just been a pretty all-round rubbish session. Just hope we're not buried too much at the end of it. Call here to keep the fishing. Not in the mood for being politically correct right now. Usually would try and use fun player, recreational player, whatever. Tonight they're just going to be fish. Doubt he has too much King X in his button limping range, but who knows? I guess we're going to check call twice and then just see. Second time he's bombed the river on us. And he's bet the flop rip in, he's got the king. Now he's trying to tell me he's got like a flush or a straight, but we blocked the straight super hard. Your story just doesn't ring true, does it? First of all, he's betting the flop saying, look at me, I've got a king. And he bets the turn, which, because still we said I've got a king. Then would you really want to jam this river this big with a king? I don't know. I guess not. It just didn't make sense. And as Judge Judy says, if it doesn't make sense, it's not the truth. Now that's not always the case in poker, of course, but yeah, I usually do call when something happens that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to me, like in terms of like hands that wanted to bet flops that now seem to want to bet rivers. It's unfortunate when he's just bluffing the flop and then he's like picked up his draw and he's got there with it. But yeah, most of the time I'm going to be, if I'm ever going to make a hero call, it's going to be when something isn't making a whole load of sense to me. And given he likes to bluff, we'll just let him here and hopefully he'll bluff the rest of his stack off to us. Usually it would just be a slam dunk bet, of course, with the top pair into this player in particular, but right, okay. That is a big turn barrel. Which might be indicative that he's got a draw rather than a really strong hand, but don't really want to be calling any huge river bets with just a pair of eights. I think naming my 3 new accounts after some of poker's most infamous bad boys. Online poker's most infamous bad boys. Maybe it's what's getting me kicked in the ass. I clearly don't believe that, but it seems somewhat ironic that Sorrel Mizzy, known online cheat, Bitter, the guy behind the Full Tilt scandal, and Pot Ripper, the most famous online cheat of all time, maybe using their screen names or using them as screen names it just wasn't destined to end up great for me. But never mind. Kind of getting sick of 3-betting pairs and seeing fucking aces and what have you on flops. Kind of boring. Do we check here hoping our 6s are good and that bit of a fluff? I think we do, don't we? We just try and show our hand down. And the offsuit ace pops. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting frustrated now with how the session's going, and I don't get frustrated too often when I'm playing, but yeah, I'm not even sure games that are that good anymore. This player seems like a regular with like heads up all over. There's only 13 people in the lobby, so I think we're just gonna call it a night and accept that sometimes you're the sometimes you're the statue, sometimes you're the pigeon, and tonight we've been the pigeon. I think we're buried for about 70 euros, which is a fucker. And like I say, if I drop to a point where the Tankroll management dictates that, I'm getting tired of this guy 3-betting, but this says it's slightly bigger. Let me just think. No, fuck it. We just call it a night. Yeah. So we got 232. So that's 61. Not as bad as I thought it would have been. Nowhere near as bad as I thought, actually. And now we're down to 8 players, so the game's kind of dead. Yeah, if this drops to whatever, I'm just going to top the account up and continue playing the 25-0 games because they are pretty good. They're as good as you can find anywhere on the internet these days anyway, because I've had a good look around lately. I've played Sky, I played Unibet, I played Party Poker, I played William Hill, and I played PokerStars all in the last 10 days or so. And Unibet's been the one that I've been attracted back to. Sky games are probably a little bit better, but the software, I can't handle it. It just tilts the fuck out of me. So yeah, well, hopefully we can carry on using Tankroll management to build up. We've got like another, whatever we've got, maybe $150 we can add to that, which is, I guess it's going to be, what, 120 euros. So the account for the Tankroll purposes is on 350. So I don't envisage having to move down. We could even be thinking about playing some 50 euro 1L if I was to move the money across. But what I might do is just try and Tankroll this up and ignore the money on PokerStars. And if I fail, if it drops to 150, just not move down and just class Project Tankroll to Bankroll as a experiment that didn't go too good and crack on. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It wasn't the most successful of the videos, but nevertheless, if we only ever showed us videos where we won, it would bring your integrity into question, wouldn't it? So yeah, we've had a losing session, and hope you guys enjoyed the content. Not enjoyed seeing me lose, of course, but I hope you enjoyed the content at least. And we'll leave it there. Bye-bye for now.